Hi, everybody, and welcome to ATX Good News. You know, it's not everyone who can afford to send their children to summer camp, but the good news is that there are great local groups out there stepping in to provide that structured, stimulating environment to young people.
And today we want to shine the light on one of those people, one of those groups. Bill Wallace is with us today. He is the founder and CEO of the Tomorrow's Promise Foundation. He leads their yearly summer program that really keeps young people engaged in learning throughout those summer months.
Thanks for being with us, Bill.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Listen, I know that you grew up here in Austin, and part of that experience as a youngster and teen here in Austin kind of led to you deciding you wanted to form this foundation. Tell people about that.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised here in Austin, Texas. The hospital I was born in doesn't exist anymore, and any other schools that I went to either don't exist or changed their names. So yeah, I'm that real authentic unicorn. And growing up here in the '90s during the war on drugs era, crack epidemic, and really in the heart of what we describe now gentrification. We grew up kind of in a situation where I didn't have those supports. The communities I lived in were really underfunded, under resourced, and I fell into the school of prison pipeline. And I want to make sure that um, that doesn't happen for young people that follow me. And so I've dedicated my life to creating those supports and being the supports for not just the youth but to the families as well, that just kind of need a little bit of support in order to be the best versions of themselves.
And again, that's the Tomorrow's Promise Foundation, such a fitting title for that. And let's talk about the summer camp because I know camp is going on right now, the summer enrichment program. Tell us about how you make a difference and what goes on at the camp.
First of all, what goes on at the camp is that young people from Austin and surrounding areas, qualify to come here for free, and so it gives youth the opportunity to have a third place where they can come and express themselves, learn new things, and be exposed. Part of our mission is to equip families and young people through mentorship, connectivity, and resources, and that's what this camp does. We provide free food, lunches, and snacks, and all those things, and give them access to things that they may otherwise not have. The youth this year, they've got to meet veterinarians, they've earned CPR certifications, they got to meet Fire Chief Baker, visit. Austin Community College, St. Edward's University, just a host of other things, just giving them resources and connectivity to the communities in which they live.
I love
That's so wonderful. Talk about more about some of the programs you provide. I know that there is um, learning with algebra, there's social emotional learning. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so every all of our programming is wrapped around restorative practices, and so we start every day off talking about emotions and feelings and emotional regulation and wellness. And we get in and we do check-ins. How are you doing today? 1 to 10. What are you doing with your anger? How do you help a friend if they're depressed, and how to have healthy relationships. Some of the pictures you'll see us in our restorative circles or having guest speakers come in that can, talk about what emotional and intelligence looks like and wellness looks like. And we also do the Algebra Project, which is a um, project out of Boston, Massachusetts, that introduces algebra to kids in a form of a game called a trips game. And so all the kids get to learn how to make trips or how to solve for X in a fun way. And it's youth led, so we teach youth how to play the game, and the older youth teach the younger youth, and they get to have fun while doing so.
And then this is a tug of war. What were you teaching the kids via tug of war, Bill?
Yeah, so a part of our emotions is sometimes our emotions don't always, match how we're feeling, and there's a tug of war that we have internally on things that we really want and how we feeling and how we respond to things. And this is just a physical manifestation of that, but also a team building exercise that we do to teach teamwork and working together to be able to get something accomplished. And uh, for the record, both sides end up winning. We played twice, they both won, and I refuse to break the tie. So
That's
There you
great.
go. And you
Well,
might
you mentioned earlier you work with families too. So how is that, why is that holistic approach so important to you? And how does the enrichment then continue throughout the year?
So listen, when we started this Tomorrow's Promise Foundation, we didn't start with a blueprint. Actually, I just wanted to give back. And what happened was, in giving back, my inbox started filling up with like, "Hey, Bill, you need to talk to my son," or "Hey, I have a student athlete that you really need to talk to. Or my granddaughter really could use a mentor." So we turned into a mentor and organization. And what we learned through a mentor organization is that we can spend a lot of time with young people, start having a breakthrough. But if they're going home to food insecurities, housing instability, domestic violence, or anything else, it's just really hard and difficult for them to stay focused. So we realized that this has to be a holistic approach. We need to see if there's a parent that needs system navigation, if they need a job, if they need access to food or even healthcare. We have MOUs with healthcare providers and things like that. We can get them counseling if they've ever experienced some kind of trauma or something. So just understanding that it takes a village, but also families need to have support.
and
Yeah.
there's your team there. And I know that you work hard with the students and the families all year long to really advocate and find, like you said, the resources and the connections that they need.
Yeah, that's very important. And so another thing we have in our summer camp is a workforce development piece where we are working with ACC and working with other businesses to expose youth to different professions that they may not have seen before. But also, we're bringing out heavy equipment. They're going to learn how to drive the bulldozers and put on their safety equipment and all those things. So a real huge shout out to all of the people who have poured into that, who have
Mhm.
donated or sponsored, bringing out a heavy equipment or buy a hard hat for a kid. Whatever you did to help make this summer youth program a success, we're very grateful to our community.
Well, I know that the community is grateful to you because you have been named one of the MLS 2025 Hometown Heroes. That's a
Yeah.
big deal. Congratulations.
Yes, to be recognized by Major League Soccer, Austin FC, and the community as a hometown hero means a whole lot. As I mentioned, I'm from here. I was a child kid. I was I played Pop Warner sports here and grew up here, and to see my community flourish and see Austin flourish and attract the growth that it has. It just means a whole lot that the people who are born and raised here that made Austin so attractive for people to move here and bring their businesses here are still getting recognized and still appreciative. But I have to say I get to meet some of the Austin FC players, but this is a Tomorrow's Promise Foundation award, and all of our staff, all of our volunteers, all of our funders. This is an award that recognizes the work that they do. I just get to be the face of it, and I'm honored to do that.
Well, congratulations. We're thrilled for what you are doing, and this is so well deserved. And we do want to point out that your story, Bill, came to us through your connection to Social Venture Partners. This is a nonprofit that really lifts up other nonprofits, and we so appreciate them letting us know all about all the great things you are doing in our community.
And we also rely on others, all of you out there watching this right now, to send us your good news story ideas. If you know someone like Bill or an organization doing something to make a difference in our community, please send those story ideas our way and let's share the good news with each other. Thanks so much
Indeed.
for watching, everybody. And thank you, Bill, for being with us.
No, thank you. I'm honored and just speechless. Thank you both for having me.
Take care.
Yes, thank you.